Good afternoon slash early evening, everybody. This is Jay, and I am coming at you. To be honest, folks, I am struggling with these videos. It is the craziest thing. In person, I can interact with folks and talk back and forth just with the greatest of ease. But for some reason, when it comes to making these videos, I have the hardest flipping time. But that's neither here nor there. I want to come and give just a general reading for the collective. Monday, the workday is over or it's winding down, depending on where you're at. And it's just time to get a good gauge as to what this week is going to bring. We already got a taste of what the energy is. And yeah, so we're just going to jump into this. And this is a general reading for the collective, just what I received from Source. The tool of divination that is going to be used is tarot. The deck that I will be using to start off with is the Wild Unknown deck by Kim Kranz. And should I feel so led for clarity from another deck, whether it's another tarot deck or an oracle deck, so be it. We shall see what Source has to say. So we're just going to jump right into this. Thank you, Source, for the clarity that you provided earlier in this day and the clarity that you provided up until this point. I ask that you please speak through either directly or via guides, ancestors. Just want to know what is going on with the collective. What can folks take into this week? What does the collective need to know about this week? All right. So, this card, Magician, Ten of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Interesting. So your first card here, and this is kind of a take on the past, present, future, but for the most part, you have the Magician card here. And the Magician card is the number one card in the Major Arcana, and it's basically, hey, all four elements are represented, and you are the master of them all. So think of it as the starting point, and your circumstances are moldable based off of your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and they will have a impact on the material manifestation, or what it is that you manifest based on your thoughts, emotions, and actions. So just know right now, starting out this week, that the power is yours, and you can take charge and make change, or you can stay where you're at, or you can regress. It's completely up to you. So with regards to the Ten of Cups, I will definitely take a look in here for the Ten of Cups. I'm still learning this deck and getting acclimated to this deck. I am not ashamed to look at the guidebook, because that's what the guidebook is here for. One of these days I will get to the point where I can just, oh, boom, 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 boom. But the Ten of Cups overflows with positivity. Your goals are being realized, and the excitement surrounding you is magnetic to others. So as you can see here, you have your cups. You have the energy flowing in and out from one cup to another. So you have that collective energy that is being shared and is free flowing. You may feel as though light or color radiates outward from you, almost as if you are shining. Experience sensations like this with an open and joyful heart. Do not doubt this power. So again, like I had mentioned with the Magician card, like I said, the world is your oyster, and it's up to you to guide how you are going to handle things this week. So you can take the bull by the horns and take charge. You can, if you feel led to do some introspection, realize your strength and power within that as well. If you need to just take a step back, you surely can, but just be strong and believe in yourself and what it is that you are doing, and know that the situation that you are in currently and things that you will encounter this week, you are able to face them and move forward despite what they are, and how you react is what is going to have the most profound impact on the circumstance. And the last card is the Three of Wands. All right, so Wands represents that element of fire and action. The Three of Wands indicates you have continued support from others, perhaps your parents or two good friends. With their help, you formed a sense of self, of your values and morals. But now it's time to rely on yourself for guidance. Clarify your goals and cast others' needs and opinions aside. The future is infinite and it is yours. No one else can see through its layers of light and shadow. So when the number 3 comes up in readings, it typically represents a group, a collaborative, a collective. If it's a couple situation, the third can represent either an outside influence. So whether it's an interloper, if it's a positive vibe, it could be someone providing guidance to the circumstance. If it's a negative vibe, it could be someone, again, trying to interlope or interfere. But all these cards that I have pulled, I have a positive feeling from them. So again, you're starting off, you are the master of your destiny, the master of your actions for this week, your thoughts, your emotions, and the energy is flowing. Communication, emotions, things of that nature are, bouncing back and forth, so you can draw from others, but then at the same time others are drawing from you. Just a word of caution on that. Just make sure that you have your boundaries set so you don't overexert yourself and overextend yourself. And then that tying into this 3 here, like I said, you have a sense of community, a grouping, but again, you still need to rely on yourself for what is to come and how you are to proceed from this point. I will seek clarity and I will use my True Heart Tarot deck for that, even though I think the message is pretty clear. But let's just see what's going on here. And I see other folks do their readings and it's like, oh, they get the jumpers. I don't know. I don't get jumpers all like that, but we're good. So clarity on the Magician. Seeking clarity on the Magician. Oops. Clarity on the Magician. Okay, what do I have here? Ha! The Magician again. How about that? I guess that's pretty much saying, hey, I done already told you once what's going on, so we're not going to go through this again, are we? And at the bottom of the deck is your 4 of discs. So yeah, we pretty much got it here. We got the Magician from one deck and the Magician coming out of the second deck, so that's pretty much yeah, we know what's going on here. Your 4 of discs, the number 4 represents solidarity, completion. Think of a square, protection. And so then with this also representing pentacles, earthly manifestations, physical manifestations. So it's very likely that you are in a place where you feel secure. So, but again, within that, the Magician came out twice. It's pretty much enough said. You are the wielder and you are able, you are in control. The power is in your hands, and so what you do with it is what you do with it. Okay? So we'll move on to the 10 of Cups. Seek clarity for the 10 of Cups, please. clarity for the Ten of Cups. Oops. Right. And we have the Three of Discs again. We have three people here. They're devoid of ethnicity or whatnot, so this to me just makes me think of it being an archetype of just three individuals together. So don't be surprised if you are going to come into a collaboration with others, whether it be at work or outside of work, within your home, or a relationship dynamic. But we have collaboration, togetherness, and again we have that discs suit up. So earthly manifestations on that, physical manifestations. So there's going to be a collaborative effort that you will be involved in or already are involved in. And again, with that Ten of Cups energy coming out here, we have flowing of emotions, and that energetic bounce off of one another emotionally. Okay, but again, just be careful when you're dealing with any collaborative effort. Like I said before, make sure your boundaries are set and that you don't overexert yourself. Okay. It's good to let folks draw from the wellspring of your energy, but within reason. All right, and the same thing goes for you. Make sure that you are balanced in your actions. Again, as you're wielding your tools here as the magician, you want to make sure that you don't become the energy vampire, and just know that your how you interact will have an effect, and you'll see a manifestation in the physical realm more quickly than you probably have in other situations. And at the bottom of the deck for this was your Ten of Wands. Okay. And so for true heart, with regards to the numerology behind it. All right. So again, we have the number 10, meaning culmination, ending, completion, rebirth, beginnings, group energy, and new cycles. So that ties into, again, that group dynamic that you are seeing. And that growth that's coming, or the potential of that growth that's coming from this group dynamic that you are already in or will be entering into, that will be developing as this week begins to unfold. And with regards to the card itself, the Ten of Wands, completion, fortitude, grit, determination, accomplishment, release of burdens. Low vibe, exhaustion, end of your rope, loss of faith, depletion, struggle, and negativity. Again, like I had said, there's a lot of potential here for abundance, and like I said, these group dynamics are going to start to bear fruit. However, just watch those energy boundaries, okay, and make sure that folks aren't taking too much from your cup and that you aren't taking too much from others. So if you find yourself slipping throughout the week into an unbalanced situation, a low vibrational energy or whatnot, stop, reset. Again, remember, you are the magician, you are in control, but you have to wield things wisely, okay? So watch that flow of energy. And then the last card would be the Three of Wands. Clarification on the Three of Wands, please. My shuffle wasn't the best that time. Do one more, just because of that botched shuffle. So clarification on the Three of Wands. We have the Tower, heavy card. Now it looks kind of gloom and doom and what have you, but the thing is that the Tower actually represents rebirth. Sometimes what's the phrase? You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. So amongst this group dynamic, it seems like barriers are going to be taken down, and You know, obstacles to be overcome. So even if it does feel a little bit uncomfortable, or if a conflict arises, again, remember, Magician came out twice in both decks as that first card. So keep a handle on how you react, how you respond, and you will be able to overcome. But again, at the end of the day, that destruction or that change, from that comes a new beginning. And then at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. And like I had mentioned before, with the number 8, let's see where we're at here. Did I mention 8? I don't think I did. I mentioned 4. Alright. So with regards to 8, you have movement, rededication, hard work, psychic dreams, energy, karmic pulls, agreeable changes, strength, and reward. So just with the number paired with the thought, again, you might encounter a conflict this week. You very well might not, or you might be coming out of a tower circumstance. Maybe the tower circumstance is what brought this entire group dynamic together. In any case, just make sure that you recognize the hard work that comes into this, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. Overall, I'm getting just a positive energy from this reading. It just seems like, again, folks just need to be reminded, hey, you are the captain of your ship. You are in command of your emotions, command of your thoughts and your actions, but there is a group dynamic in play that very well may have just come out of a circumstance of conflict, or a conflict might arise. But don't be scared of conflict. Conflict isn't always bad. Which just could be a minor disagreement. It doesn't have to be a knockdown, drag out, kind of a circumstance where, folks are I'm not talking to you anymore, or anything like that. That's not the case, okay? This just could be hey, you're in a work group and you guys are presented with a project, and you have to come together and collaborate on it, and there might be differing opinions. That's a sense of conflict, but it's not one that is detrimental, okay? I don't think anybody's dog is going to get run over or nothing like that. I don't see trauma, but there just might be blockages of creativity and thought, or there's just things that just hurdles that might need to be overcome, but it's not necessarily a traumatic thing. It's more so with regards to the mind and the way folks think within this group dynamic, okay? And then to look at what the Eight of Swords says: choice, confidence, sure-footedness, determination, acceptance, and movement. Low vibration, indecision, feeling stuck, no options, anxiety, insecurity, and passivity. So again, this card, she is actually elevating above the swords. As you can see, the swords are being used as the leverage to elevate above. So again, if there is a difference in thought, or if there is something that you have to collaborate with others to try to overcome, whether it's a personal circumstance or a work circumstance or somewhere in between, sorry, dog is running back and forth, just know that you can overcome it. And this and the circumstance itself is what's going to be that leverage that's going to help you move forward and rise above it. So that's pretty much it. Short, sweet, and to the point, my hope. But again, I hope you guys pull something from this, and this was just an overall general energy reading for what is from what I'm feeling for the week to come. So I hope that this helps somebody. I know that this might not resonate, or will not resonate with everybody, as folks' circumstances are different. One thing I do take from tarot is the fact that it's an energetic snapshot in time. You can get an overarching story, but then as your vibrations change, and as your thoughts and energies shift and change, And that does have an impact. So if you do a reading today and ask the same questions tomorrow, you might get a different outcome. So or at least your impacting factors will be different. So yep. So always remember to walk in love, a light, life, and peace, and do something for yourself today that makes you feel better than you did yesterday. Take care, everybody.